today's video, I'm going to answer your questions. I get questions from Melissa, Maya, Yusuf, and G. Thank you so much for those questions. I will try to do all of them in this video. If the time frame I am allowed to use is not enough, I'm going to do another video. Also, those questions are long, so maybe I will divide the board into two halves, and I will write a little bit smaller, but I'm sure that you will be able to see it. Okay. So for question 1, I have question 1F. It says y equal 3 sine 5x plus tan 5x, and we need to find the derivative, the first derivative. So dy by dx equal, so the 3 is constant, derivative of sine anything is cosine that thing, times the derivative of f of x, so derivative of f of x, which is 5x, is 5, plus the derivative of tan anything, we learned that yesterday, is secant squared that thing, times f prime of x, so times another 5, and this is okay, so we can write this, we can factor the 5 out, or we can write this as 15 cosine 5x plus 5 secant squared 5. Is it plus or multiply? Oh, it's multiplication. Alright, no. Okay, so this is, I'm answering another question. So, no. The question is times tan 5x. So, the other example is okay too, but let's do this one. So, y prime will equal, this is product, so 3 is out of the game. And then we are going to do the derivative of this. So first times derivative of the second plus the second times the derivative of the first. The derivative of sine 5x is cosine 5x times f prime of x, which is 5. Now I can see that 5 is common, so I will factor the 5 out and multiply it with the 3. So that will be 15 outside sine of 5x times secant squared 5x plus tan 5x. Tan cosine 5x, sorry. Tan cosine 5x. Up to here, the derivative work is done, but I can do some algebra work and some, So I can write this as sine 5x times 1 over secant squared anything is 1 over cosine squared that thing. So I can write this as 1 over cosine squared 5x, which is cosine squared 5x here, plus tan x, which is sine over cosine times cosine 5x, so it will be sine x over 5x, over cosine squared 5x. Again, what I did is tan is sine over cosine. No, actually no. This is sine 5x over cosine Also, I can factor the sine 5x out, but I think up to here you are fine. You don't need to do any further work. So this is question 1F. Okay. So 1F is done. 3F. 3F says y equal e to the power of n square root of x. I will write this as e to the power of n x to the power of 1n. Then I will get the derivative of this, so y prime will equal e to the power of anything. The derivative of e to the power of f of x is e to the power of f of x times f prime of x. The derivative of the exponent here will be secant squared f of x, so x to the power of 1n, times the derivative of f of x, which is 1 half x to the power of negative 1. We are done with the calculus work. We can write this in a better way. So y prime will equal 1 half e to the power of n x square root of x. I put that as a square root of x times secant squared square root of x times this. I can take it down and change the sign, so it will be over 2 x to the power of 1 half, which is square root of x. So I can write this as e to the power of n square root of x secant squared square root of x over 2 square root of x. And this is the best way we can write it. Okay, this is number 3F. So we still need the 4A and B. For A says y equals sine x tan x, and we need to find the second derivative of this. So I will find the first derivative. I want to do this in, so I will do that. So dy by dx will be first times derivative of the second plus second times derivative of the first. Correct? That's dy by dx. First times derivative of the second plus the second times the derivative of the first. Okay, I can simplify this and write it as sine x times 1 over cosine squared x plus sine x over cosine x times, actually I don't need this, times cosine x. So cosine x and cosine x cancels out, and this will be sine x over cosine squared x plus sine x. Then I will find the second derivative. So d squared y by dx squared. To find the derivative of this, I have to use quotient rule. So low squared, low d high, minus high d low. The derivative of this is 2 cosine x times the derivative of cosine anything is negative sine that thing, plus the derivative of sine x, which is cosine x over. Okay, now let us try to put this in a better way. So I have here cosine x common, so I will factor this out, and that will leave cosine squared x minus sine x times 2 times negative sine x, so plus 2 sine squared x, everything divided by cosine to the power of 4x plus cosine x. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. Now cosine x and the 4 cancels out and leave 3. So the final answer will be cosine squared x plus 2 sine squared x over cosine to the power of 3 x plus cosine x. I don't know, you can see the last step. Yeah, you can see it. Okay, so this is 4a. Alright, I don't know if I have a place to, I have, yeah, we can do that. I have few minutes. Alright, I will start at least 4b, and maybe I will continue in the next video. So 4b, y equals 10 squared x. So y prime or dy by dx will be 210x times the derivative of 10 anything is secant squared x. Okay. Now I can I want to find the second derivative. So yesterday I showed you that the derivative of secant is secant 10. I don't know, I showed you this, right? Secant x, 10x. I think it was one of the questions in the homework. Anyway, if you don't want to do it this way, you can change everything to sine and cosine and it will work. But this is, if you know that the derivative of secant from yesterday's homework equals secant 10, that will make our life much easier. So let us do the second derivative. So product root 2 outside the game. First times derivative of the second. Derivative of secant squared anything. The derivative of secant squared is 2 secant x times the derivative of secant anything is secant x and x plus the second times the derivative of the first, which is derivative of 10, which is another secant squared x. Okay, and we close the bracket here. Okay, so this is 2 times 10 squared x. There is a 2 here, secant squared x plus secant to the power of 4x. We can factor the secant squared out, so 2 yeah, we can factor secant squared x out. No, I will stop here, guys. I will continue in the next video, okay?